Hello. Welcome to Oriya, where we talk about all things overall health, from the top of your head to your tippy toes. So, this episode, we're going to talk about cardiovascular disease. What exactly is it? But before I get into it, I want you to please share this video. It's going to be very informative. I want you to comment on it, especially if you're having some cardiovascular issues. I also want you to subscribe to my channel because you'll get more information from me as we talk about our overall health, okay? Our overall wellness from the top of our head down to our little tippy toes. Okay, and don't forget to like this video as well, okay? So here we go. What exactly is cardiovascular disease? Well, what make me want to talk about this topic is the fact that there's heart disease just prevalent within our communities. And a lot of people don't even know that they're walking around having little mini heart attacks. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's see. Okay, so cardiovascular disease is a broad term for conditions that affect the heart and the blood vessels. It usually develops when blood vessels become narrowed. They become like really, really small, and then they're blocked. And it's usually by what we eat, and as that happens, it becomes weak, right? And so it makes it, when that happens, it makes it hard for the blood to flow through our vessels, right? It becomes narrow, it becomes blocked. Oxygen is hard for oxygen and nutrients to flow properly through our body. Okay. So that's what it actually is. Let's see. So I can't do that. So let's do this right here. And no, let's see. Can't do that either. Okay, so here, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to, okay. So some of the common types of cardiovascular disease are our coronary artery disease. Okay, so coronary artery disease is what blocks the arteries, okay, that can lead to a heart attack. So in my case, that was my case. So I had blocked arteries in my heart, all right? So it probably most likely came from my diet, what I ate. I didn't eat a lot of vegetables. I didn't eat a lot of fruit like I should. I ate a lot of processed foods and I ate out a lot. So just over the years, that was an issue for me as far as my eating habits. At one point, like for 10 years, I didn't eat any meat. And then all of a sudden, I had a taste for a hamburger. I was like, I wonder what a hamburger tastes like these days. And once I took one bite, then I wanted another bite. Then I wanted another burger like a week or so later. And so there went the abusing of my body for a little bit again. And not to say that meat is bad, but I bet those burgers weren't lean meat. Okay, so if you're going to eat meat, lean meat is the best meat to eat. But you also want to eat foods that's going to process through your body easily. So I was eating bad. I was working as a bus operator, and you only get like 20, 30 minutes for your break and to eat. Okay. If you didn't have any food, you stopped at wherever was nearby on your break. You go get you something to eat, and then you come back to your bus and you finish your route. So that was my most recent. But at age 14, I did get diagnosed with heart palpitations. They said I had heart palpitations, or what they call a leaky valve, where normal valves, they close all the way and they open up and then they close and then they open up. But mine was floppy. My valve was a flop. I got diagnosed with a floppy valve, which went like this. It didn't close all the way. You see how that's not closing? It didn't close all the way, so it was going like that. And then so I asked them at age 14, I said, well, what do I do about that? They said, just live a healthy lifestyle, eat right, exercise, and be happy. Maintain your happiness. Make sure that nothing excites you or makes you upset, either or, either happy, or too upset. And I was like, okay, at 14, I just, didn't know to ask a whole lot of questions. But throughout my life, I recognized that, oh, I feel something here. Oh, that's my heart palpitation, or that's my valve. And I would just, shuck it off, or I would just do breath exercises, like breathing exercises. And then I would calm down, or I would sit because I remember they said to keep calm. And then after it passed, I'd get up and just continue doing what I was doing. Fast forward to now, 63. Actually, I had the heart attack. I was 62. Wait, I just turned 60. Yeah, I was 62. I think, no, I was going on 62. I was going on 62. So, but anyway, yeah, so you want to make sure that the oxygen and the blood is flowing well in your body. So this is a kind of like a preventative measure. So if you haven't had a heart attack, great. If you haven't had a stroke, great. We don't want you to have that. But if you have, you know, this is can help you to prevent to get another heart attack. And for those who haven't had it, this is a preventative measure also. Okay. So some of the common cardiovascular diseases include coronary artery disease, which I said before can block the arteries and can lead to heart attacks. Also, there's something called heart failure. And heart failure is when the heart can't pump blood effectively. So the heart is pumping, boom, 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 but it's not pumping effectively. So your heart is kind of like failing. And just let me just pause here and say that I am no doctor. Disclaimer, I am no doctor. My information I'm getting from when I had to take a class to help me to help my heart. And the course was plant-based eating through Kaiser Permanente. And that's where I'm getting my information from, okay? So I'm no doctor. I'm just sharing the information because I want you to be helped. I had no knowledge of what was going on inside of my body, but I'm trying to share to you what I went through so that you can help yourself, okay? So, and then there's something called the stroke, right? The stroke is when the blood flow to the brain is interrupted. Okay. And then there's high blood pressure, which is hypertension, and I can't say that right, arrhythmias, which is an irregular heartbeat. Okay. So those are the common types of cardiovascular diseases. And cardiovascular disease can often be linked to factors like poor diet, like I said, lack of physical activity. We have to keep moving. You got to move that body. Man, I know it's hard. I know it's easy to just sit down and watch that TV or to come home and relax and just plop on your bed. But listen, daily movement is highly important to your overall health. From the top of your head down to your tippy toes, I'm telling you. This is going to help you. Movement, walking, even I don't care if it's 10, 15 minutes a day. You definitely want to walk, do some type of activity. I mean, you don't have to lift weights if you don't want to. You don't have to jump rope if you don't want to. You don't have to ride your bike if you don't want to. Whatever exercise is easiest for you, you can do that. Walking is very good. It keeps the heart pumping, keeps the blood flowing through your body, all throughout your body. So, excuse me, you definitely want to have some type of physical activity. If you have no physical activity, the blood is not flowing, it's not flowing properly, and your arteries are blocked and nothing's moving to be able to move that down so that you can get rid of it or so that the blood can flow properly through your body. Um, some of the factors that are linked to a cardiovascular disease or smoking, chronic stress, diabetes, and also genetics, they say. So, chronic stress, I mean, whew, you don't want to have chronic stress. Definitely, you want to de stress. Walking helps you to de stress. I'm telling you, walking helps you to de stress. If reading helps you to de stress, do that as well. If, what else? If writing or journaling helps you to de stress, do that. Okay. So, the good news is that many forms of cardiovascular disease can be prevented and managed through heart healthy habits such as regular movement, as we talked about, and balanced nutrition, stress management, and proper medical care. So, these are the things that you want to take care of, manage your stress, manage nutrition, have a balanced nutrition. Let me tell you what's supposed to be on your plate. Say this is your plate, right? Half your plate is supposed to be vegetables, right? The other quarter is supposed to be protein, and the other quarter is supposed to be, I won't say starch, but because rice turns into sugar, right? Yeah, some starches turn into sugar. You want like quinoa or lentil beans or black beans. That's what you want on your plate, okay? So most of it is supposed to be your vegetables, honey. So that helps to keep things flowing within your body. I often think of our bodies as a machine, right? It is a machine that's operating, and it's up to us to maintain the operation of this machine, just like you do your car. You wouldn't dare drive your car without any gas. You couldn't. It wouldn't go anywhere, right? You wouldn't dare drive your car if you had engine failure or engine problems. You wouldn't dare drive your car if you had a flat tire, right? You immediately go and get it checked out. So why do we care for a car more than we care for our own bodies? Think on that. Let that sit in your mind for a little bit. So listen, cardiovascular disease is critical. You don't want it. And if you've had a stroke and if you've had a heart attack or even if you have diabetes, you really want to maintain good health, stress management, move management. You want to keep it going. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. I often talk about that. Love yourself. And it's okay to be selfish to yourself. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're selfish. Oh, tell them thank you. That means I love myself. That means I love myself. So, at any rate, thank you for joining me for this episode. It's been so nice talking about this. So, in the comments, like I said, go ahead and if you had any issues or if you even have um, some suggestions on what to eat or any type of exercises or any type of anything that can help with this CVD, the cardiovascular disease that can help our community, then definitely put it down in the comments. Thank you again for joining me. Again, this is Oriya, and we were talking about cardiovascular disease. So I think I paused or something happened, and I don't know what happened. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Take care.